Coming up in this Brightline construction update. This update looks at the start of the 110 mph testing on the Florida East Coast Railway corridor in Brevard County. This testing occurred over the 40 or so miles of track in Brevard County between CP Micco and CP Micco, including passing through Rockledge, Melbourne, and Malabar. I started at the Gallie River Bridge in Melbourne. This testing began on the afternoon of Monday, August 7th. The testing protocol called for the first 4 runs to be done at 79 miles per hour. This was to verify that they were not experiencing any issues with the existing track circuit-based crossing signals on either track, in either direction, before speeding up. My next catch was the second run northbound at Shelpit Road in Grant, Valkaria. As part of the testing, every crossing where the speed may exceed 79 miles per hour had flaggers present and a signal crew member on site to observe and make any necessary adjustments between runs. The train being used for this testing is bright pink too. I caught the third run just south of Hessey Avenue, at the former site of the Palm Bay South turnout. A rainstorm was incoming and reached me the same time as the train, providing some interesting views of it passing through the showers. It was back to Shelpit Road, but just a bit further north, for the final 79 mph run. For the start of the higher speed runs, I headed north to Suntree Boulevard. This run seemed to be just a bit faster than 79. At speeds higher than 79 miles per hour, the trains begin to utilize a wireless system to activate the crossings. This system helps to ensure that the time from when the crossing protection activates to the time the train arrives is the same for all trains regardless of speed. Otherwise, the track circuits that typically control the crossings would have to be extended for the 110 mph speeds, which would dramatically increase the wait times at crossings for trains moving slower. To round out day 1 of testing, I headed to Gusset Boulevard and Rockledge. For some reason, it needed to slow down passing through Bonaventure, but it was accelerating coming through Barnes Boulevard, and by the time it passed me, it seemed to be going closer to 90 miles per hour. I rejoined the second day of testing, over halfway through their day for the final 4 runs. I once again started at the Gallie River. Not every crossing in the 40 miles that testing was occurring will see speeds of 110 miles per hour. Based on certain physical characteristics, like curves, speeds will be lower in certain areas, so I had to be crafty in picking my locations. Other areas, like Northern Cocoa, have slower speed as the trains slow for the curve to change onto the tracks to Orlando and to make the Cocoa curve. I headed to Turkey Creek for my second catch. I didn't have a radar gun, but this run seemed to be the fastest to me and was probably at or near 110. Just south of Barnes Boulevard was my next location. It is passing through CP Bonaventure here. My final catch during the testing was at Suntree Boulevard after dark. This run was also probably near 110. There was also a third day of testing between Cocoa and Pineda, where they did their first tests with 2 trains running at higher speeds in the same area, but I was not able to be out for that. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Also check out my social media pages.